think one of my highlights was when I had an exhibition at Carmen Gallery in 1979, and it was the works Butter Models and House Viruses. And we installed the show, and I stood there and looked at the work with Carmen, and I said to Carmen, you know, this is the most genuine work I've made so far. And it was a real kind of recognition of what I wanted to work on, what I was interested in working on, rather than what I thought I should work on. Because I'd made work before and had been influenced by minimalism and other artists, and that particular show really felt like my breakthrough, genuine own interest. So that was a real highlight and a kind of sense of the direction I was going to go in from then on. And because I made it without worrying about if I was making art or not. I just thought, I'll just pursue what I'm interested in. And that's what I did, and that's what it ended up being. One of the low points in my career, and I think a lot of artists' careers, is when you are in middle age, I guess, and you're no longer a hot young artist, and you're not an established master, I guess, the way that they used to have masters in the Renaissance. And you're just kind of in that inter period. And you're not curated into a lot of shows anymore. It's harder to get grants. I call it the mid-career doldrums, and I think a lot of artists go through it. It's very difficult, and it just takes kind of personal commitment and stamina to get through it. Because in that period, you don't necessarily get a lot of attention. So you really have to believe in yourself to get through it and keep working as an artist. It's a very hard period, and it's a kind of invisible secret of the art world. Nobody warns you about it. You don't know it's going to happen, but for most artists, I think it does happen. So that was a difficult phase. So I found that I just had to kind of create my own objectives that I wanted to do, my own projects, and start generating them myself. And then eventually, people realize, I guess, oh, he's still around, he's still alive. Maybe we'll put him in a show. And it starts to kind of, then the interest in your work starts to come back, I think. Mostly for me, it was recognizing that there were people that I wanted to work with and that I really liked. So I would think of a curator or a director of a museum somewhere and think, oh, I really like that person. I'd like to work with them. So I would send them a letter or phone them and say, you know, what about doing something? Maybe a show, maybe some kind of other project, like Francine Perrinet at the Oakville Galleries when she was there. We worked on a banner project that came about. Or I decided I wanted to do an artist book with my head paintings. So I worked with Stan Bevington at Coach House Press. So things like that nobody had asked me to do. I would just think of people that I wanted to work with, because I love meeting new people and working with people I like. So I kind of realized that was important to me, not having a career with an international kind of status, I guess, but just working with people I really liked. To me, being an artist is not just about making art and looking for opportunities to show it. For me, it's also about curating other people's art, writing about other people's art, producing artist books, sometimes in collaboration with other people. So all those teaching as well, all those activities to me connect me to a community. And I feel very good about the sense that I'm contributing to a community as well as asking for something from that community.